maybe you think it should be Ford for their double troubles in New Zealand '08 when on course for a formation 1-2 finish. It all went horribly wrong.
Mikko, damage to the front of the car, puncture on the rear. It just must be one of the hardest things.
Definitely not what I needed. Game over.
Or even Jari-Matti Latvala, who just meters from another formation finish in Poland, threw it away in front of his whole team.
This is the biggest big day. I have disappointed the whole Ford group, whole motor Ford company. We were going to make 1-2, and this disappointment, I can't benefit anyhow for the team, and I understand really if they don't want me to carry on with the team. I really understand it.
And no chart would be complete without the iconic images of Carlos Sainz losing his third world title just meters from the finish line at Rally GB 1998.
There is a lot of people still in Spain that they recognize me for what happened that year, and they don't know that we won 2 championships. You know, you would ask him who is Luis Moya, and they know the guy that threw the helmet through the back window. I remember a football player from Barcelona team, which he's a good friend of mine. He said to me, Luis, I can imagine that I'm trying to hit the last penalty on a football match in the World Cup, and I miss it. I said, no, imagine that the ball explodes. We didn't miss it. We didn't make anything wrong.
I think I learned many things from that situation. It was not my mistake, it was something just came, and what can you say? It made me stronger.
Now, some time for jumping. We've asked the event organisers of some of the WRC's most iconic jumps to give us the records for the longest jumps recorded. First off, Sweden, and a jump they call Colin's Crest, where rally folklore tells of a jump that the late, great Colin McRae did, where he landed more or less off the road. No one knows how long it was, and no footage exists, but we like the story. Nowadays, it looks a bit like this. Mikko Hirvonen and Matthew Wilson share the 2010 record of 38 metres. But Mikko Hirvonen went 2.8 better in 2006, and he holds the record for the longest jump over Colin's Crest since records began, a whopping 40.8 metres.
It was a fantastic jump. I mean, it's a really nice jump to take it almost flat. I think if you go to each driver, everybody thinks that they have the record of Colin's jump because everybody has a massive jump over there. But it's one of those jumps where I think you can just take it flat, slowing down. You don't really gain anything, so you just need to go for it, but the line needs to be perfect, otherwise it's just going to fly straight off the road.
When you're talking about the WRC and jumps, your mind automatically springs to Finland, famous for so many big jumps. Local magazine Vuoden Maailma has been recording the lengths of the 2 biggest jumps in Finland since the beginning of the decade. Here are their record breakers. 3 different drivers tie in second place on 55 metres. First up, Gigi Gali over the legendary Onimpoja stage in 2005. Next, Khalid Al-Qassimi again 55 metres over the Leustu jump in 2008.
It was a corner maybe 2 Ks before that jump where I went a little bit off, and I was trying to make time, and then Michael told me that we have a jump in front of us, but I thought, why not? Flat out, go for it, and it was a massive jump. When we landed, I thought, it's gonna be bad, but yeah, the car took it, and it was really good. But you know, you cannot do it every day.
And we know you've already seen it in this programme, but you have to admit it's worth seeing again. Evgeny Novikov over Leustu in 2009 was also 55 metres. However, the longest jump in Finland on record this decade was 57 metres. That was Marco Martin over Onimpoja in 2003.
Every driver's different, and if you know Marco as a person, you wouldn't imagine that he was the guy for the big jumps. But, you know, all the spectacular pictures of Marco, not just in Finland, but I mean, there's an incredible one of him in Argentina, and you get someone like Markus Grönholm in Finland. I don't know why Marco Martin flies so far, you know, there's no need to go that distance, to be honest. I just thought it was fantastic, and I'm just really pleased that the car survived it, and of course he went on to win the rally.
We also asked the teams to look through their data from 2010 and find out where they think the longest jump has been, with a surprising answer. Citroën data says that jump was 76.6 meters.
Felt good. No, but it felt good because it was wide, it was straight, it was a nice jump with a long downhill behind, so you know that you will land on the road in the downhill, so it's quite no risks. It was flying a long time, but it was nice.
It was big. It was quite massive. We had been standing there for a while waiting for everyone to come through, and all of the locals had pretty much assured us that it was going to be a small jump, wasn't going to be much, and all of a sudden Seb just comes flying over and cleared like well past where I was standing, and I was like, oh, I kind of missed that shot, and it's one of the biggest jumps I've ever seen in person, so I would say, or the biggest jump I've ever seen.
That was WRC record breakers, from the fastest stages to the closest battles, from the longest jumps to the most points ever scored. We've done our best to ensure we've been accurate, but as the past becomes legend and the drivers continue to write the future, more records will be broken.